about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see.
Here are 10 common myths that will sabotage your self-confidence. 1. I'm not good enough. This is a story we've all told ourselves and others at some point in life, and it boils down to feeling unlovable. We may have valid reasons for feeling this way on occasion, and some people have had tragic life events that reinforce this feeling. The problem arises when you start to really believe it, and you bolster the myth with words and actions. The truth, no matter what you've done, what you've experienced, or how you might feel, you are good enough. You are lovable. There is no universal measuring stick for good enough. The only requirement for lovability is to be yourself and accept yourself, and fortunately the right people will be attracted to your authenticity. Stop using negative words or thoughts about yourself. Replace those with all of the reasons you are lovable and worthy. Write them down, speak them, and continue to define who you are in your best vision for yourself. 2. I can't do that. The sub-themes of this deception include I'm too old. It's too late, I'm not smart enough, and it won't work. Our fallback story when presented with an opportunity or challenge is, I can't do that. Maybe you can't, but you probably can, and you won't know unless you try. The truth, it may take some creative thinking, some hard work, some sacrifice, but you can, almost always, do it if you choose to. Rather than beginning with a negative assumption, intend that you can do it until proven otherwise. Change your mindset to expect the positive rather than the negative. 3. My beliefs are right. Really? Says who? There is another side to every belief you have, positive or negative beliefs. You may believe yourself to be incapable, but there's plenty of evidence to the contrary, so find it. You may believe you hold the correct point of view, but so does that other guy. Listen to him, and consider his truth. The truth, your beliefs are not 100% true. In fact, some of them may not be true at all. Write down some of the beliefs you have about yourself and about the world around you. Open your mind to contradictions to your belief. Allow yourself to shift your thinking when you are exposed to truth. Accepting a new truth can be painful and scary, but it's far better than living a lie. 4. I know best. This ties in with assumptions about our beliefs. We think we know best how others should think, behave, and respond to us. We want people to change and accommodate our vision of who they should be. We believe our desires would be best for everyone. Often we do this because what we dislike in others is something we don't like in ourselves. The truth, expecting others to change is a huge self-deception and can foster low self-esteem. People may try to accommodate you, but real change will never really happen, and then they'll resent you. You'll never have an authentic relationship and will ultimately feel bad about yourself and your ability to sustain relationships. Acknowledge and accept that those you love are fine just as they are. They are flawed and different than you, but that makes them real and interesting. Open your eyes to the truth about who they really are, and allow them to safely be that person. 5. Mediocre is fine with me. If you just keep telling yourself this, maybe you'll believe it. Why step up to your potential when it takes so much time and energy? It's too hard, too much work. It's fine to stay comfortable just where you are, but what is this doing to your confidence? The truth, mediocre isn't fine. Your higher self will keep nagging at you, making life miserable until you step up to the plate and do something. You know you don't want to settle for a compromised life. What part of your life are you allowing to remain mediocre? What does your higher self want you to do instead? What are you willing to do today to get the ball rolling on this? 6. I don't have time. I would do that thing if I only had time. I would try that new habit, follow my passion, work on my relationship, spend time with my children, if I only had time. The truth, time is yours to manipulate as you wish. There isn't an endless supply of it, but there's plenty to create a life around what is most important to you. It's all about prioritizing choices. Procrastination and avoidance drag you down and undermine your feelings of productivity and control. What are your top 5 priorities in life? Where are you wasting time on meaningless things? Remove the non-essentials and manipulate time around the priorities. 7. I can live with that. A cluttered house. A rude friend. A spouse who belittles you. Children who talk back. People who interrupt your time. Tedious tasks that find their way to the forefront. You can live with these, right? They aren't such a big deal. The truth, people and things you are merely tolerating are slowly sucking your energy and joy. When you roll over and allow people to walk all over you, you lose self-respect. You lose dignity. And you lose confidence in your standards. What are you putting up with that is draining you? What people are crossing your boundaries? What are you willing to do about it? 8. Once this happens, then I'll be happy. How has that deception worked for you so far? I'll be happy when I find the right spouse. I'll be happy when I get a promotion. I'll be happy when we have more money. It will just take a little more time, a little more effort, then I'll be happy. The truth, pinning happiness on a future event is like trying to capture a runaway kitten. Just when you think you have it in your hands, it slips away from your grasp, beckoning you forward forever. The best isn't yet to come, it's right now. Happiness is always at hand and can be found in this moment alone. Look for happiness in who you are and what you are doing right now. Even if you aren't feeling your most self-confident, shift your focus away from your bad feelings and focus on the task at hand. 9. Failure isn't an option. I can't fail because I have a standard to live up to. I can't fail because people will think I'm a loser. I can't fail because it will announce to the world that I'm not who I say I am. Failure isn't an option, I must do everything in my power not to fail, including not trying. The truth, if you want to grow, succeed, and achieve things, then failure must be an option. Failure is evidence of effort and action. Failure is a necessary teacher available to serve you, not harm you. Look at past failures that have caused you pain. What have you learned from them that's helped you grow and make changes? How can you begin to embrace failure and view it as less of a threat? 10. It isn't my fault. It isn't my fault I'm not successful, I had a difficult childhood. It isn't my fault I'm unhappy because I hate my job. It isn't my fault that people don't like me. They just don't understand my personality. The truth, as adults, we're fully responsible for our actions, circumstances, and relationships. If we had past hurts or tragedy, it is our responsibility to ourselves and our loved ones to seek help. If we're unhappy, it's our responsibility to find the cause of our unhappiness and do something about it. Where do you have a belief that it is not your fault? How can you take full ownership and responsibility for this situation, and what can you do about it? Facing the truth about these personal lies can be painful, but it's like pulling off a band-aid. The sting will subside, the wound will heal, and you will have the freedom to experience a fuller life empowered by reality. Acknowledging the truth will lift a weight off of you, releasing you from the crippling restraints of self-deception and allowing you to move forward with confidence. Action steps: review the 10 myths that hamper your confidence. Which of these myths apply to you and your beliefs about yourself? What actions do you need to take to bust these myths in order to free yourself for confidence? Write down some specific actions you're willing to take in the next few weeks to embrace the truth in these situations.